Is this in frame?
Yeah.
This book. Never mind. It's okay. Why are we talking about thermal pacing? Alright, okay, sorry. Yeah, English confused. Okay guys, welcome to Kopi and Tech. Today's episode, we are actually comparing thermal pace to experiment about something because I see that nowadays you guys like to talk about using thermal paste on lower end builds or mid-range builds like the i5 builds, and I find it a bit ridiculous. Okay, so I'm just trying to, I'm not sure what's the result is going to be, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to keep changing thermal paste just to see what kind of temperature that I can get from the i5 12600K. But to be honest, if it's mid-range, the 12600K is actually slightly above the mid-range side. It's a bit more towards the higher range already. The proper mid-range will be the 12400 or 12400F. For that, I think any thermal paste should do, and it shouldn't make that much of a difference because how much will it draw? 65 watts max. It draws 65 watts. 12600K draws about 125 watts. So it's not that power hungry, so the thermals shouldn't be that crazy as well. So that's why today I'm going to prove a point where thermal paste does not make a difference for lower end builds. Or maybe it does. If let's say you're building a i7, i9, Ryzen 7, Ryzen 9 build, okay lah, fair enough lah, you know. You need to, those guys are power hungry, they're powerful as well, so every single Celsius counts. Every 1 Celsius counts. And if you're overclocking, it's even more important because 1 Celsius may keep you away from thermal throttling on your CPU. So over here, before we go into that, this here is our test bench, right? The test bench is the Cooler Master Bench Master Frame number 700. Seriously, Cooler Master, you guys gotta do something for your naming convention. Thanks to our friends at Aorus Gigabyte. They've provided us with a Z690 Aorus Master, a 3080 GeForce RTX 3080 Aorus Master. The PSU is a 1200 watt Aorus Master as well. This one no master. But the unique part about this PSU is that it comes with a LED screen on it. You cannot see from here, but it's somewhere underneath. So if you have a casing that actually has a clear display for your PSU, then nice lah, very nice. RAMs is a T-Force 16 GB x 2, 16 gig x 2 T-Force Delta DDR5. This condominium here, this air cooler I actually like this air cooler very much. As a matter of fact, I nearly got this air cooler. Dina told me to get it, but I didn't want to. I wanted an AIO because it's cooler. But yeah, anyway, this is a Thermalright PA
FC140.
FC140. Okay, it clearly shows I don't deserve this air cooler. I don't even remember the name. But this one is actually very good. It's a dual fan air cooler. Quite powerful. Actually, in fact, it outperforms a lot of liquid cooling. Actually, most air coolers outperforms liquid cooling already. Anyway, let's get to the topic. The topic here today is about thermal paste. What I have installed right underneath here is the Cooler Master Ice Fusion. Alright, I'm looking at the angle because there's another camera there to show you. Alright, it's the Ice Fusion Thermal Compound Kit. On hardware monitor, this guy is running at max 52 degrees Celsius, min 30 on Windows 10. This is a freshly set up Windows 10 here. So there's no bloatware or whatsoever, nothing ever installed besides a hardware monitor and Cinebench 93. So, but to get proper results, we're gonna run Cinebench 23 on this because Cinebench 23 shows you what it tests your CPU lah. Alright, it's not a GPU thingy benchmark. Okay, we've got the results for the Ice Fusion on Cinebench. The scores for Cinebench on Ice Fusion is 17452, but the points are not important here, of course. I mean, the performance does change a bit. But what we're looking here on Hardware Monitor is that the max package score temperature for the i5 12600 running on Ice Fusion from Cooler Master was maximum 74 Celsius, which is actually okay. Look, how much is this in the market? 29 bucks for one whole tub. You cannot use finish. Seriously, you apply like 5% of this entire tub just for one CPU, and 74 degrees Celsius running on Cinebench 23 multi-core benchmark. So next one, we're gonna move on to another Cooler Master, the Master Gel Regular. Alright, and we'll see how it goes after that. Alright, you can see here. Alright, so just this amount is sufficient. If you want, if you want to be particular about it, you can just spread it out. But otherwise, just put like that. Cukup. Let the surface pressure from your air cooler or your AIO cooler do its job. Oh yeah, let me clean this one. Okay, so the results are out. The score for R23 is 17618, about 200 points more than the score for when it was on the Ice Fusion, yeah, Cooler Master Ice Fusion. Just a bit better. Temperature also just a bit better. Temperature here is we're looking at 70 degrees Celsius in comparison to the 74 just now. Okay, so core performance maxed out at 4901 and 3601, which okay, there's no difference in maximum clock speed lah. Okay, so next one we're gonna move on to okay, let's go to Thermal Grizzly. Okay, so we've got the results for Thermal Grizzly's Cryonaut. I think earlier I didn't show you which model it was. I just showed you Thermal Grizzly. It's actually from this packet, Cryonaut. It's a 1 gram tube, so it's a one use lah. Okay, compared to the Master Gel from previously. I don't know where I put the Master Gel. Wait, there. This one is about battery. You just change that one. So anyway, the other battery just died for the other camera. Battery's in the back. So Master Gel is about 1.5 ml, but if I'm looking at weightage, this one can apply about 5 PCs. So we're looking about 5 grams, which is way bigger. Anyway, the results for the Cryonaut for Cinebench is 17514, which is in fact 100 points lower than the Master Gel that we tested just now. But temperature wise it's the same. It's holding at 70 degrees maximum performance. So do what you want out of it lah, I mean, for this score. But of course we're still going to tally the other scores from the MX5 and the iGo. Okay, the results are out for the Arctic MX5 4 gram. This compound is actually more thick. It's actually more higher viscosity. So in fact, when I was applying it, I felt like I was applying a Blue Tack. But there was a bit of silicone oil, I think, to lubricate it lah. Okay, for it to be easier application. But nonetheless, the results for R23 is 17514, which is similar to the Cryonaut just now. Temperature wise, it maxed out at 71 degrees Celsius, which is the second highest of what we had so far, with the Cooler Master Ice Fusion being at 74 degrees Celsius, which is the highest. So warmest, hottest or warmest you up to you how you want to put it lah. Where 70 degrees was the max for Cryonaut and the Master Gel. So last one that we're gonna apply is the China brand Aigo Pro 11. You know, I can see, yeah?
Yeah.
You can see, okay. Aigo Pro 11. This guy comes in the form of 2 grams. Actually, you cannot find this here. I bought this on AliExpress. Actually, we can find this here. It's a different model. But because I believe the international market has a different quality of products when it comes to things like this. And I bought this from AliExpress directly from China. So what we're getting here is what those guys in China are using lah. Pro 11 is not their highest range. Their highest range is actually Pro 13. But this guy is actually more affordable at 19 ringgit. Don't count shipping lah, okay? We just count product price lah. Okay, so we gotten the scores for the Aigo Pro 11, which is the second best performing one. Actually on the packaging it says how many? 11.8 watt per square meter. The R23 score is 17,577. It's not the best. The best still goes to Master Gel, which is 17,618. This one is second best, 17,577. Package temperature was at 70 degrees Celsius, which is similar to the Cryonaut. Which is actually quite good for something which is so cheap. It's 19 ringgit for 2 grams, and based on the viscosity, the weight of this thing, I think although it's 2 grams, I think I can apply for at least 2 to 3 CPUs for this. You know what? Out of experiment, I'm just gonna... Is there a blade here, Dina? I'm just gonna cut this open and see. To see how much thermal paste is there actually. Okay, so I found the plunger already. I think you can apply about 3 PCs here. Just now I've already applied 1. If you can see, the plunger is actually over here after applying 1 round. So I'm not sure.
I think 1 more here.
I think 2 more lah, I think.
1 more lah.
1 more lah. So okay lah, 2 gram lah, maybe 1 gram per PC lah. I think I cut my finger already, but okay. So yeah. So off to the summary. The destroyed Aigo Pro. Thermal Grizzly. You guys did not hear that. And the Ice Fusion. Okay, so we've tallied our results. Come on, it's only 5 items, so it's not that difficult. Best score, best temperature actually goes to Cryonaut. It's tied lah between Cryonaut and Aigo Pro 11. So Cryonaut by Thermal Grizzly, 70 degrees Celsius, the highest for Cinebench 23. Sorry, not highest, lowest. Same goes to Aigo, 70 degrees Celsius. The worst temp is actually at 74 degrees Celsius, which is not much, very small difference. 4 degrees Celsius for a medium range build doesn't really matter, because medium range build, it's difficult, it's really difficult to push it to a thermal throttling condition, because it's just not able to do that, okay? So 4 degrees Celsius is not much of a difference. As for Cinebench score, the best score actually went with Master Gel, Cooler Master Gel at 17,618. Worst score also went to Cooler Master Ice Fusion. But I think from this result, there are actually certain variables that we need to point out. First of all, the brands like Cryonaut, Thermal Grizzly's Cryonaut and Arctic's MX5 and Cooler Master Gel, even the Aigo. These 4, I believe they will perform differently when they are subjected to a higher performance build like the i7, the Ryzen 7s, because these compounds activate differently under different temperature, especially the Arctic, because it's very thick. So when it's warmer, I believe it will dilute a little bit or melt a little bit, I don't know lah, but it may even dry up. But it may give you better results. But that's not the point of this video. This video is actually for medium builds. So yeah, I think performance-wise, you don't really need the highest end. In fact, you can even go for the Ice Fusion. 74 degrees running at multi-core is not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. Okay, so how about price to performance factor? Okay, let's price to per gram lah, because the Thermal Grizzly comes in 1 gram, it comes in 3 grams, it comes in I don't know, 11 grams, 12 grams. So 1 gram is 29 ringgit retail price. Of course, the price may change depending on if Shopee's on sale, 99, 10, 10, 11, 11 sale or whatsoever. But normal price is 29 ringgit per gram. It's actually the most expensive per gram costing. Like if you look at the chart here, the Ice Fusion is 72 cents per gram. It's dirt cheap. So, but of course, it's ridiculous because one time purchase, you have to purchase the entire tub for 29 ringgit. So it's 40 grams. You can apply it 40 times. So assuming you change like your thermal paste for once every 6 months, right? You can change for 20 years in a row, which is ridiculous, all right? So you won't be doing that, and I don't recommend it because it's just too much work. It's unnecessary. You're being too worried for no reason. The other affordable one would be the iGo, if we don't include shipping, all right? But if let's say iGo really does come to Malaysia with this model, then I think it's a good deal because it's 19 ringgit for 2 grams, which is 9.5 ringgit, $9 ringgit 50 cents. Cheap, 9 ringgit 50 cents for this performance, which is tight at the best temperature. Why not, right? The other one, oh no, wait, second cheapest is actually Cooler Master Gel, because the Master Gel is 1.5 ml, but based on experience, 1 tube of Master Gel you can apply about 4 to 5 PCs. So we're looking at 4 ringgit 75 cents per application. So if let's say you're looking to replace your thermal paste every 6 months, I think the Master Gel will be more cost effective if you store it properly. I'm not too sure what's the best storing temperature for thermal paste, to be honest. But yes, this is the summary. Do what you want with it. In our next episode, we will be talking about the comparison of the stock Intel air cooler with which is this one. But this only comes with the i3 and the i5-12400F for the 12th gen. 12600 onwards, you don't get this anymore. So again, it's for medium build, it's for mid-range build, low-range build. Does air cooler make a difference? I mean, branded ones like this condominium here, this Thermalright, or is this actually sufficient for your gaming needs on a mid-range build? Okay, thank you for watching. Yeah, bye.